Yeah. So today we'll be solving questions. So starting from whatever we have learned, it could be data types till loops, right? All these concepts, whichever we have learned so far, we'll be applying in solving whatever questions we get. Okay, first is I'll let you answer if you know how to solve this or not. If you're not able to do it, we'll solve it together. Okay. Even you guys can open your compilers or whatever you are using, Jupyter Lab or online compiler, anything it could be. It's your wish. Just open it and keep it ready. Okay, so that we can solve it together. I think this is not needed. Yeah. Okay, the first question is late fee calculator. What is late fee calculator? Let's understand that first. Okay, so you are given an integer x representing how many days late a book is returned. Okay, each day has a fixed rate late fee of currency, 2 currency units. Compute and print the total late fee. Just understand this question, read this question once or twice. It's very easy, simple one. Okay, I'll keep it open. Read this question. Anyone with the answer? If you know the answer, unmute yourself and just let me know the answer. What do you think is the answer? How do we calculate it and how do we print it? That's it. Just 1 or 2 line code it is. Just let me know what do you think is the answer and say me the answer also.
Yes, ma'am.
Any,
Like we
yeah,
can multiply x with the 2 and then we will store it in a variable and we will print that x, ma'am.
yeah, right. But in Python, how will you take input?
X is equals to int input, then
Hmm.
enter the number of late fees days,
Okay.
like
Now let
whatever.
me, yeah, you're right. Both of you are right. Now let's solve this question. Okay. I'll say you why we can be wrong in some of the compilers. When we're doing it online, right? Then there could be a mistake from our end. Okay, let me say you why there will be a mistake. Yes, both of you told the right answer. Basically, we'll just have to take input from the user. That is for x. X is what? X is number of days, right? So basically, what is this question is, those who did not understand, let me explain the question first. The question is that it's very simple. The question is very simple. You have taken a book from library and you have not returned it yet. So each day there will be a fine which will be applied because you have not returned the book, right, to library. So the task is, your task is to write a code, right, to write a code which will calculate the total, fee you'll have to pay. You'll have to pay to the library. For example, I have taken a book today, and from today itself, if I do not return the book, obviously there will be fine which will be applied, right? Fine, which I'll have to pay later on. For per day, they have told us 2 rupees, okay? 2 rupees per day. So for X days, what will be the fine is what they're asking. Obviously, X into 2 is the answer, right? X into 2 is the answer. They have also said that the constraints are between 0 and 10 to the power 6, okay? So obviously, you can take X to be integer only, okay? Integer is more than enough. You need not have any bigger number there. Bigger data type, integer would be enough. And along with that, you need not take float or anything like that. Why? Because it's days, number of days. X is number of days. So days cannot be, it can be 0.5, half day also if it's calculated, it can be, but in this case, half day is not calculated. Half day is not required. So that's the reason why we'll just take int, will not take decimal. So let me show you how do we do it. So first of all, you take input from the user. How do you take it and store it? X is equal to int input from the user. Okay. This was told by you guys also that this is how we'll do it. And then we'll have to just print what? X into 2. Isn't it? Let me run it. Okay. When I run it, it'll ask me for the input. It is asking me for the input. I'll say that I've taken it for 12 days delay. So what is answer? Obviously 24, because each day I'll be giving 12. That is 2 rupees fine on me. So for 12 days, it would be 24. 24 is answer. But let me give you another case, okay, where this code could go wrong. I will take, let me open Jupyter itself, okay, that would be better for this. Okay, those of you who were not there in the class, I'll explain you why we are doing this typecasting. Okay, so basically in Python, right? Why do we do typecasting? Why did I do this one? See, in Python, no, we take input using input function, okay? Input function is the one using which we take input from the user. Okay. Yes. Okay, input function is the one using which we take input from the user. Now, why did we do this typecasting? For example, X is something which I'm storing in, right? So directly, if you want to take the input, you could have done this. But why didn't we do this? Because input function is basically whatever input you give, right? It will be present in string format, okay? String by default, it will be string. So input's written type is basically string itself. So X. So if you write 43, right? In X, it will be stored like this in string format. So that's the reason why we are converting the string into integer using typecasting. Directly you are converting it into string. Okay, this is why we are doing this typecasting in when it comes to this is input is. Okay. And in this problem itself, I'll show you something which is very interesting. Okay, now see when you're taking input, right? Basically, it's human tendency to do or add some extra spaces and all those, right? If you're taking input, int is also there over here. I've typecasted. For example, you write it in your keyboard. You type 43 and then space, 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 which is unwanted actually. Okay. So what do you do? Whatever extra spaces that you have given or whatever extra things that you're given, right? If you want to remove all these, you can just do this. While taking input from the user, you can just do this. Input function dot strip you can give. Okay. When you do input dot strip, right, whatever extra spaces in front or in back that you have, it'll just get deleted. It'll just get removed, stripped off from your input. So what is it? Input dot strip function. Okay, input dot strip is something that you give. So using this strip function, you can easily remove all this excess of space that you had given during writing while writing the input. When will it be useful? I'll let you know. In this question, it may not seem to be useful, isn't it? But for example, consider you have a program where you're asking users for their name. Okay, name is equal to input. Directly you're asking the name and you're printing that name also. Okay, you're printing the name also. Now, for example, while writing, right, name, I do something, I'll just write my name and give lots of space in the beginning and in the end. And then if I give enter, X is not defined. Sorry, here it should be name. Okay. Okay. So what will I do is I'll give lots of space and then I'll give once again lots of space. And then when you print it, okay, now you're getting it because print is something which is removing all the spaces. Okay. When you're storing it in this form, this one, right? Name, it's getting removed and it's getting stored. Now, if I show you in Jupyter Lab, right? Let's start in Jupyter Lab itself. You guys also do it in Jupyter Lab itself. Get used to it now itself. So that later on when you start or learning AI ML, right, it'll be useful for you there. AI. So now I have something called as name where I'm taking input from the user. Okay. You can also write it in this way. Those who are not there in the class, you can also have this. Enter your name. Okay, this way also you can take name and then you can print the name as well. Let's run it. I'll just give the name as Pratiksha. See, what happened now is whatever extra spaces, unwanted spaces that are given, no, even that is getting printed. See, can you see this? It doesn't look good, no, when you print this, if you are printing unwanted spaces and all those, it doesn't look good. Lots of space and then you have written some name, then lots of space again. See, it looks very ugly. So that's the reason why we have something called as, after taking input, you can also write something called as strip. Okay, now if I write the same input, right, how much ever space I give, how much ever I try to print and then give enter, see, it comes beautiful itself. Whatever you have given extra spaces in the beginning and in the end, everything gets stripped off. So this is one of the use case of this strip function is, okay. I hope you have understood this problem. Now let's get into understanding the next problem. So that is simple interest problem. So basically your task is to find simple interest. I've also made it easier for you. Simple interest formula is SI is equal to principal into rate into time divided by 100. So you'll have to take input from the user for principal, rate and time. Okay, and then you'll have to compute simple interest. And they've also told that you'll have to print the value in integer form, integer only. Your output should be integer only. But remember, your principal, rate and time is not integer. Basically, your principal, rate and time will not be integer, it will be floating point. So how will you do it? Say me quickly, anyone.
Um, Ma'am, we can use floor division method.
Floor division method, yes. Okay. So how will you take input from the user? For P, R, and T, you will have to take input, right? How will you take it?
Ma'am, int input, then enter the principal rate, same as for R and T.
Okay. For principal, rate, interest, remember, it's not int, okay? We'll be taking float from the users because principal can be floating point also. Okay, usually now in the question I'm not given, but usually it will be mentioned that your principal, rate and time is basically float. It will be mentioned, okay? So you'll
Okay.
just take float and then you'll be taking input from the user. Three inputs you have taken, right? After this, what can you do? You'll have to calculate. So SI is equal to, what is the formula? P
P
into
into R
R.
into T, floor
Yeah,
division by 100.
yes, right. Now let's print it. So it's asking input for principal. Principal could be 12.5. I'm just giving random numbers. It's not the exact one. Rate, I'll give it as 10% rate. Then time, I'll give it as 1 year or 3 years of time we have. Sorry, we did not print it. Print SI. Okay, 12.5, 34.2, some random numbers, and see. Why is it giving you 9, sorry, 9.0? Why is it giving you 9.0? Floor division, right? I'll explain you. Where is my pen? Okay. I'll explain you why you're getting 9.0. So when it comes to your floor division, isn't it? Let me put Kana only. Floor division does not give your output in integer, okay? It just gives the floor value of whatever it is. 9.5 it is and 9 is the answer. If you have 9.8, floor value is 9. 8.5, floor value is 8. So that's the reason why what is happening over here is you had P, R and T, right? P, R and T as float. So float, when you're dividing it with an integer, obviously, which is a, so basically here what is happening is implicit typecasting is happening, which is done by the compiler, the interpreter itself. Basically, implicitly it's happening. So your entire result, no, it's getting converted into float itself. bigger data type, converting it into bigger data type. Okay, float divided by int or floor division with int is always float itself. You know this already, isn't it? So what is other method? How can we get the output to be printed in integer format only? Nothing but just convert over here itself SI into typecasted. So this is what is explicit typecasting, isn't it? We have already learned what is implicit, what is explicit. When implicit happens, when explicit happens. So here you are forcing something to be integer using typecasting. So that's the reason why it's known as explicit typecasting. Okay. Oh, so yeah, I have given the input. See, now we have got the answer in integer format only. Okay. Got it? Any doubt in this? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the next question that we have? Simple interest is done. Then we have arithmetic progression. So what is arithmetic progression? First of all, understand what is arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is nothing but, so you have starting two numbers, okay? For example, you have 1, then you have 2. These are your starting numbers. What will be the third number? It's sum of these two. 3. This would be 5. This would be 8. This would be 8 plus 5. Okay, like that it goes on continuing. So right now what they have, arithmetic progression is basically what you know. Okay, so let me give you directly an example only. The sum of, okay, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5. This is an AP, arithmetic progression. Why? Because the sum of, sorry, the difference between these two elements, these would be same. 1, 1, 1, 1. Next 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What is the difference between these two? 2. This is 2. This is 2. This is 2. Isn't it? This is also one of the AP itself. Okay. AP. AP. Isn't it? In the same way, we have 3, 6, 9. Difference is 3. Difference is 3. This is also one of some of the AP. You can easily identify what is the next number. Because you know the difference and you know the starting number, you can easily find out what would be the next number. So this is also one of the AP. Arithmetic progression is nothing but where your next number can be easily identified because you already know the difference. The difference between two consecutive numbers is same, okay, in APs. So now the question that they have asked you over here is, AP common difference you'll have to find. So you're given three numbers, three terms of an arithmetic progression. Your task is to just find what is the difference, common difference. That's it. Okay, so it's very simple once again. So what are they saying is they have given you three numbers of an arithmetic progression. For example, 3, 6 and 9. They've told you these are your three arithmetic terms or starting three numbers of an arithmetic progression. You will have to just print the difference. So what have they told? They've just told you to print the common difference. Print the common difference. What is the common difference now in this? 6 minus 3, if you do, you'll get to know, right? What is 6 minus 3? 3. Or 9 minus 6 also, if you do, you'll get to know. So now what you'll have to do is you'll have to take input from the user A1, A2 and A3. Okay, where these are your three terms. Okay. After that, you'll just have to print either A2 minus A1 or you can print A3 minus A2. Okay. Both are right. Both will be giving you a difference only, arithmetic progression difference only. So let's just code it. Take input from the user. Now I'll show you how you can take input from the user easily. A, comma, B, comma, C. You can take it in this way also, okay? Input from the user you're taking, dot split also you can do. There is something called as split also, which works fine. But before that, I'll explain you what is split. Okay. Now let me explain you what is split basically doing. So instead of writing this statement each and every time, no, A is equal to input, then again B is equal to int of input. Sorry, here also int is required. Instead of writing this, no, you can do directly this one. Instead of doing this, you can do this. A comma B comma C is equal to, let's see if this also works or not. Okay. Input dot split. Let's see if it works. Okay, this is pending. It's showing. Let's just finish this. Yeah, this also works. So basically, I'll just give three inputs all at once. I'll give 10, then not enter over here. You'll have to give space 20, 30, and then enter. Okay. Int must be a string, a byte-like object, or a real number, not list. Okay, this is not allowed. Okay. So instead, we can do this. Take input from the user all at once. So you'll have to give 12 space, the 23 space, 45. So what is basically happening is these three are taken together in a particular list. Okay. It's considered to be a list. After that, when you give split, no, it gets splitted into how much ever variables you have. Okay, if you have three variables, it gets splitted into three variables. Okay, after splitting out, the only problem is this is still an string only. These are still string taken as string itself. So if you now type what is the type, if you now print what is the type of A, no, you'll be getting it as string only. Why? Because we haven't typecasted. So you may have to typecast it into string later on. Int of A, you may have to do this. Now if I do type of A, obviously it will be an int. Sorry. So it should be type of A, which will be an int now. So here it'll be taking it as, but when will this be useful is basically when you're taking 2 to 3 strings at once itself, name of 2 to 3 people at once itself, then you can do something like this in single line itself and give dot split. Splitting is basically whatever you are giving in the input, right? It gets splitted into how many ever variables you have over here. Okay, is this clear? Split, use of split.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So AP common difference you have got to know. Common difference is nothing but any two terms. Just take any two consecutive terms and find the difference. That's it in AP. Okay, the next question that we have is rectangle area. So what are they given is, you are given with coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2 of rectangle sides parallel to axis. Print the area. Input is x1, y1, x2, y2. You will have to print the area. What is the formula for area of rectangle? Length into
L
breadth,
into
right?
B.
Yeah. So basically what you'll have to do is, you are given a coordinate. I'll just explain you the problem. You will only have to code it later because it's very simple to code it. So I'll just explain you if you did not understand the question. So basically they have given you this. You have your x-axis and y-axis, x-axis and y-axis. Okay. So you have 2 points here, 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 not here, here and here. Okay, you have basically 4 points. So for example, consider this is x1, this is x2, and this is y1, and this is y2. This is obviously 0, comma 0, isn't it? So basically they have given you x1, x2, y1 and y2. So these are the points or coordinates that you get after combining these 4 points. So here it is what? x1, comma y2. Then here it is x1, comma y1. Here it is x2, comma y1. And here it is x2, comma y2. These are the 4 points or 4 coordinates that we have. Okay, 4 points that we have. Okay, x1, y1. So they have given you these x1, x2, y1, y2. So now how will you calculate the area of this rectangle? So this would be your, consider this would be your length, and consider this would be your breadth. So what is the formula for breadth now? Breadth is equal to, how will you calculate this length? What is the formula for this length? Looking at this diagram, just let me know. What is this length now? Anyone?
Y2 minus Y1, something like that.
Yes, y2 minus y1, right. Just this length you need to know, right? So how will you calculate this length? This length is nothing but equal to this length only. Y2 minus y1, if you do, you will be getting your breadth. Now length. What is the formula for length now? You want to know this length. How will you calculate? For example, this is 20, this is 10. Obviously, yes, x2 minus x1, right? So now you got your length, you got your breadth. What will you have to do? You will have to print area. So what would be your area? Area is equal to L into B. That's it. That's it. You'll have to code. Can you do it?
Yes,
Yes.
madam.
Yeah, so you can do it, right? I'll not show you how to do it in code in Jupyter Lab. So that is how you'll do. You are given with the coordinates. You'll just have to print the area. That's it. Okay, next is triangle type. This is something which is very important. Okay. I'll do one thing. I'll share you the PDF, entire PDF in group itself right now. Now let me do one thing. I need you to solve any of the question and show it to me, okay? So this isosceles triangle one, I'll be solving. You need not worry about that. I'll share you the PDF. Just a second. Okay, I think, or else shall I share the questions directly?
Okay.
Okay, I'll do one thing. Yeah. I've shared it. You can see in WhatsApp group. Okay. If there are any mistake in that PDF, no, let me know. Okay. So now the next question was about triangle. Just read the question. You guys also can read the question side by side now. Okay. And if you are having any doubt, let me know. Now the question is, what is the question? Given sides x, y, and z, check if the triangle exists. Sum of two sides. Okay. This one I'll say you. What is it? If exists, classify them as equilateral, isosceles, or scalene triangle. Else, print it's not a triangle at all. Okay, so basically, let me say you there is a rule for any particular sides. If they have given you three sides, right? You can say whether it's a triangle or not. How do you say it? Basically, for triangle, right? For any three sides of any particular shape to be a triangle. For a shape to be a triangle, the sum of two sides should be greater than the third side. Always remember, sum of two sides should be greater than third side. Third side. For any shape to be a triangle. Okay, for any shape to be a triangle, sum of two sides must be greater than the third side. So for example, they have given you x, one of the side, y, the other side, and z, the other side. You'll have to say whether it's a triangle or not. Easy. Just check x plus y, if it is greater than z or not. Or check if y plus z is greater than x or not. Or check if x plus z is greater than y or not. If any one of these condition is satisfied, right? Any one of these condition is satisfied, then we can say that not any one, okay? All the three condition must be satisfied. Not or, sorry. And I did a mistake. It's and. That means sum of any two sides must be greater than the third side. Should be, okay? It should be greater than the third side. Sum of any two sides or sum of two sides should be greater than the third side. That's it. Any two sides you're taking, x and y, if you're taking, it must be greater than z. If you're taking y and z, it must be greater than x. If any one of these fails, then that means it's not a triangle. Okay, it's not a triangle. So this is a first way to check if it's a triangle or not. So once you get to know whether it's a triangle or not, the next thing that they have asked in the question is, let's read the question once again. Once you get to know that if it's a check if a triangle exists, so you'll get to know if it exists or not based on this rule. Sum of two side must be greater than third side, right? If it exists, if the triangle exists, then classify it as equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, or scalene triangle. Now, what is an equilateral triangle? Where three sides are equal. X is equal to y is equal to z. This is what is equilateral triangle is. Okay. Now, what is the next thing that is given to us? Scalene, right? Isosceles triangle. So what is meant by isosceles triangle? In isosceles triangle, right? Isosceles triangle would be like this to see where two sides are equal. The opposite sides that you have, no, they are equal. So if it is x, if it is y, if it is z, x is equal to y. X will be equal to y. Or y can also be equal to z and x can be different. Okay, y can also be equal to z. Or z can also be equal to x and y can be different. So basically, either x equal to y or your y equal to z or your x equal to z. Any two sides are equal in a triangle that is known as isosceles triangle. Okay, isosceles isosceles triangle. Any two sides are equal to y, or y equal to z, or x equal to z. Okay, this is what the condition for isosceles triangle is. Next is scalene triangle. Scalene triangle means what? No sides are equal. No sides are equal, isn't it? So how can we do this or write this code using Python? Let me show you how to write this using conditionals. Okay, this is something where conditionals comes in. Okay, use of conditionals. I'll show you now. Conditionals is nothing but your if statements and all those, right? Those are only your conditionals. Now let's check. First of all, let's take input from the user for x, y, and z. Okay, so I'll take x. Let me take input from the user. How do you take input? You already know. We'll have to convert it into int and then take it from the user, int input. Sorry, I did a mistake.
Ma'am, here also we can take all the three input in one single line, right?
Yeah, you can take. Yeah, you can take. You can take, but why am I not taking is once again, you'll have to convert it into int also, right? So let me do it at once using this itself. Next, you have y. Int of input is something that you're taking. Then you have z. I'll say you that method also where you can be converting your string into what integer directly with a function. That also I'll be explaining you today in one of the question. Okay, so you have taken x, y, and z. Now comes the condition. First, what will you have to do? First, what did you do? You checked whether it's a triangle or not. For that, you had this condition, isn't it? Only if it's a triangle, then you'll go for checking all these things, right? If it's not a triangle only, then why will you do all these things, isn't it? So first you check for this one. So what will you do now? So you'll write, you'll define your if statement for checking whether it's a triangle or not. So what is a way? If x plus y is greater than z, okay? And it must be and only, okay? It's not or. Okay, what is this and called as? Which operator is it? We have already studied this. Which operator is it?
Both should be true, no? Here.
Hmm?
Both the statements should be true, no? Here and operator.
Yeah, so what is and? Name of operator. And I know it's an operator, yes. Under which category does it come? Which operator category? Like we have arithmetic operators. Which operator is this? Hmm? I've already taught you all these. What is and, guys? Any one of you?
Logical, ma'am.
Logical operator.
Yeah, logical operator. So you're using logical operator with if condition. So this is your condition, okay? If this becomes true, only then get into the if block, okay? If block. So there is an intention coming. That means we are defining the if block now. So inside the if block, so what did you do next? Once you got to know that it's a triangle, next is you're checking whether it's an equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, or scalene triangle. So for that, now I'll have to write the code. First, let me see whether it's an equilateral triangle. So under this, another if. So what is this? This one? Example 4. It's an example for nested if as well, isn't it? If x equal to y and if y equal to z together in one statement itself, you can do this. If x equal to y and y is equal to z, that means what? It's a
Equilateral.
Equilateral triangle.
yes. So equilateral triangle. Equilateral. I'll just print it as equilateral. Okay, now let's come out of this inner if. Okay. So what is the next? Elif. See, now we have used if elif also. Okay, nested if, elif. Nested if. After that, we have elif. Again, another condition you'll have to give. If it's not an equilateral triangle, then obviously it has to go and check for isosceles triangle. If x equal to y, or this need not be and, okay? If any one of these is true, it is true only. Y equal to z, or z equal to x, then what is it?
Isosceles.
Yes, isosceles. SCELES. Okay, isosceles. Right. Now, at last we give a else. And then what is it? Print. It's a scalene triangle. Scalene. Is it done? Is the code done?
No, ma'am.
Then what else is left?
Else print not a triangle.
Yes, else print not a triangle. Not a triangle. That's it. Now let's print this. I'll give 12. I'll give 23. I'll give 34. It's a scalene triangle. Obviously, 12 plus 23 is greater than 34. 23 plus 34 is greater than 12. In the same way, 34 plus 12 is greater than 23. So it's a triangle, but all the three sides are different. That's the reason why we are getting scalene triangle. Now, if all the three sides are equal, then what happens? Let me run this again. I'll give 12, 12, 12. Equilateral triangle, isn't it? Oh, hope this particular example is clear. So in this, we have used all the concepts, most of the concept. Logical operator concept, nested if concept, elif concept, else, as well as your equal to. This is also an assignment operator, right? This is not assignment operator, remember. It's not assignment operator. It's basically your comparison operator that you had learned earlier, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's get into the next question. Loan eligibility. See, there is a question where a person is eligible for a loan if age is 18, greater than or equal to 18, and income is greater than or equal to 2000 and has no outstanding loans. Input age, income, loan status. So basically what are they saying is there is a man, anyone it could be, they are eligible for loan only if his or her age is greater than or equal to 18 and income is greater than or equal to 2000, greater than or equal to 2000, and he does not have any loan. He or she doesn't have any loan, doesn't have loan earlier, beforehand, before taking a loan. Okay, doesn't have loan. Only then you can see that he or she is eligible. So what will you do? You will take three inputs now. Okay, you'll be taking three inputs. First one is for age. Age is equal to int input. Okay. Next, you'll be taking what is his income. Income is equal to int, or you can take float. Anything is fine. Input. Okay. And then after that, whether he has loan or not, either he'll have to say true or he'll have to say false. So what are we using here? Boolean. So has loan. I'll just take it as has loan or loan state or status. Status, okay? No, I'll just take has loan. Has loan is equal to what am I taking in taking it in the form of I'll be taking.
Boolean.
Yeah, but you can just take it in string only, no problem, okay? You can take it in string format only. I'll show you how will you do it. So now you have taken all the three inputs. Now you'll have to check whether he is eligible or not. So when is he eligible? If age is greater than or equal to 18 and income is greater than or equal to 2000 and has loan is equal to false. Okay, this is the condition. Okay, this is what the condition is. Now, let me print something. If this is all of these are true, then you will print eligible. Okay, else print not eligible. Not eligible. Isn't it? Only if he doesn't have any this one input, then he is eligible. Else, he is not eligible. Now I'll say you where you could go wrong in this. Okay, I'll say you where you could go wrong in this. Now let's print in the normal fashion itself. I'll just take false. Sorry, I'll have to give input, right? Input for age. Age is, for example, 20. Okay, then income they're asking, for example, 12,000 is the income. Then loan, if he has loan or not. I'll say I don't have any loan. Am I eligible or not? Eligible. Yes. Once again, let me run this. I'll take once again age is 20. Then I'll take income as 13,000. Okay. And then has loan. True if I give. Not eligible. Now, where could you go wrong? Possibly you could go wrong because you have taken it as a string, right? You will go wrong while giving an input for has loan. So obviously, whatever you give here, it doesn't matter. You're giving number itself. Income also, you can give anything. It is number itself. But has loan, for example, you think I gave lots of space and then I gave something like this and then again lots of space. Or I gave true as, yeah, or I gave false itself, but I gave false as capital F. Then what happens? Then lots of space. See, I, as a user, had given false itself, but still it's giving as not eligible. Why? Because whatever you have taken for comparison doesn't have space here, right? So much of space is not there, but the user has given so much of space. So that is why it's important that you use dot strip function. Okay. That is why it's important that you use dot strip function. So can any one of you say what is the use of dot strip function?
Does it remove blank spaces?
Yes, it removes the
Yes, yes.
blank space from the start as well as from the end. Okay. Along with that, see. Okay, now let me run it again. I'll just give 10. Oh, sorry. I'll just give us 820 and then any salary. And then now it's asking loan. I'll see now there is no problem if I give space or not. Lots of space, but I've given false. Still, it's not giving not eligible. Why? Because F is capital, whereas you had taken consideration over here as small letter. So what will you do now? Even to consider all these, your user, you don't know. You have not told your user to give it in small letter only, right? You have told give anything is fine. So that's the reason why I will do one thing. I'll convert whatever the user give, I'll just convert it into lower. Okay. Then let me print now. Age is 20, salary is anything, and then I can give any way. I can give S capital, E capital, anything. I'll be getting not eligible. Now, if I do again, 20 is my age, and then salary, then if I give true anyway, okay, I'll be getting, okay. I got not, okay, this is eligible, isn't it? What did I get for the previous one? Output?
Not eligible.
Not eligible, ma'am.
Not eligible. Okay, let's say take it once again. 20. I've taken income. Now I'll be giving it as false.
We have taken income as lowercase.
What happened?
Income you have taken as lowercase, ma'am. Where you have to take it as has loan. Taking input
Oh,
while ma'am
okay,
without from
okay,
the user.
okay, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Right. We were applying it on this itself, right? So this is where you'll have to apply, guys. Okay. For input, you are applying strip function as well as lower function. You can apply it for this also strip function, no doubt in that. So basically, we are applying it over here to remove all the spaces as well as to make it lower. Now, if I do anything like this, no problem. See, I'll be getting the not eligible. Why is it giving not eligible now? Input dot strip dot lower. Input dot strip dot lower is right, no? What was wrong?
Is the lower correct?
Dot lower is right, no? When T is my age, greater than or equal to 18. Okay, income I'll give it as 3000. And then here I'll give it as false. F-A-L-S-E. A-L-S-E, false. Eligible. Okay. Let me print this once. L-S-E dot lower. Yeah, it's giving right now. Then why am I not getting it for this? Let me print this once again. 20 is my age. Then I have salary of 3000. I am giving it as false itself. Input dot strip is happening. After that, we are converting it into lower. And then has loan we have calculated. Okay, now it's giving eligible. I don't know what was wrong here. What is wrong? Can you see any mistake? No, right? Income is greater than or equal to 2000. Okay. Think I got it. 20 is my age. And then false. Okay, it's right. Okay, I don't know why this was giving us a mistake, but it's right. Eligible is the answer. Okay, got it. What is the use of lower, dot lower? You could see here itself directly. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Dot lower is basically whatever you give input, it will be converting it into lowercase. And if you do dot upper, it will be converting it into uppercase. That's it. You can see over here. Okay, that is a use case of dot lower and dot upper and dot strip is. Now let's get into understanding next question. So what is the next question? Next question is grading system. So you'll have to print grade A, B, C, D, F based on score. Okay, invalid score. So let us only create I'll say you what you have to do, but you will only have to do this code. I'll not be writing the code or giving you the answer for this. So basically your question is, you will have to print whether the student has got A score, B score, C score or D score. Student first, he'll give us marks as an input and then A means it is between 90 to 100. His marks is between 90 to 100. And if it is B, that means his marks is from 70 to 90. I mean 89, okay, particularly 89. Okay, then C means his marks is between what? 30. Okay, something. Just take whatever you want. 30 to 69. And D means his marks is from 0 to 29. And anything out of this, that is anything out of 0 to 100 if the user is giving us an input, obviously you'll have to say, you'll have to print invalid marks. Invalid marks, okay? We are just looking for one subject marks. So it cannot be more than 100, okay, in our case. So that's the reason if he or she is giving the input as below 0, that means it's invalid marks, or above 100, that means it's invalid marks. Okay, this is your question. You'll have to code it and you'll have to show me the answer in the next class. Take this down. You can set your own conditions if you want. So basically, this is what your question is. And remember, for this, for this one, I want you to be using, see, what are
If
the,
else.
okay, if else is one of the way. Another I have told you. What is it? If you don't want to use if else, you also have another method. What is that? What is it?
For in.
Another, that is loop, right?
Yes.
In conditionals, we have seen
Switch cases we
if,
can.
yeah, switch cases. So basically, you'll be using match case in Python, okay? Match case. I've already taught you this match case, isn't it?
Yes.
I hope you remember. All of you, match case is something that you will be using for this. Okay, using match case, you solve this question and show me in the next class. Okay, next question. Let's focus on next question now. Next question is you will have to calculate total salary. So given basic salary and grade, compute total salary. Total salary formula is basically nothing but basic plus 20% plus 50%. Okay, there is something mistake in this. So basic salary formula. Gross minus all the allowances plus benefits plus bonuses. Okay, for now, I'll only be giving you a formula, okay? Using that itself, you guys solve it. I'll send you this question properly. This question, there is a mistake in this. When basic salary and grade compute total. So basically, I remember this formula that it's not this. So the formula for basic salary, no, as much as I remember, it's basically total salary or salary is equal to basic plus 20% of your basic plus 20% of your basic maybe it's this one only, I don't remember, plus 50% of your basic. For now, let's just take any formula, okay? Just see what is the formula for calculating total salary. If you're given with basic salary and you're given with allowance, allowance is also given to you. Okay, allowance is also given to you. And you're also given with allowance, basic. If you're given with what is your allowance and what is your basic salary, you will have to calculate the total salary. So find out the formula and just calculate it. Just multiply it. That's it. You will have to do here. Nothing else. Okay. I hope you guys will be able to do this. You'll just have to calculate total salary. Just see how do you, okay, grade will be given to us, okay? Allowance will be given in the form of grade. You can see that allowance grade is A, that means it's 1,700. If your grade is B, that means it's 1,500. If your grade is anything else, it is 1,300. Okay. So just see what is the formula and just try to solve this question. Okay. So now let me say you are taking your allowance in the form of grades, not directly in the form of number. So you'll be using, once again for this, you can be using what? Match case itself. You can be using match case for this. Just write match, and then grade. Okay. Case A. If case A, then you'll have one formula. Case B, then you'll have one formula. Case C, not one formula. In case A, you will be multiplying it with 1,700. In case B, 1,500. In case C, you will be taking 1,300. Or you have case default where invalid grade also you can print it as, okay? It's your wish. As much conditions as you want, you can take everything, all the cases, and then print it. Okay, use match case itself. So another example where you'll be solving using match case. Next, you have something which is very important. Okay, this question is important. Given n, print all the factors excluding 1 and n. And if there is no factor, print -1. Something which is important. In most of your college interviews also, this question can be a simple question. And it was also asked, okay. During my placement, this question was asked. In the coding round, small question, simple question in the beginning, okay, for easy round. So basically what have they told you is you will have to print, for example, you will have to take the input from the user first for n. Okay, you will take the input for the user from the user for n, any number. For example, the user gives the number as 5 or the user gives the number as 10. So what you will have to do is other than 1 and 10, you will have to say what are the different factors. What are the factors of 10 other than 1 and 10? You have 2, you have 5, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Then again, 5. What are the factors other than 1 and 5? Do you have any factors other than 1 and 5?
No, ma'am.
No, right? So when they have also told that also, if none is present, then you'll have to print it as -1. Okay, if none is present, you'll have to print it as -1. Why? Because they are prime numbers. So prime numbers do not have any other factors other than 1 and the number itself, isn't it? So these are prime numbers. So basically what they're saying is, if you have factors for something, print all the factors. If they do not have any factors other than 1 and 5, just print it as -1. That's it. So let's solve this. Okay, I'll show you. I'll solve it. Just get into your Jupyter Lab. And then first of all, take input from the user. Okay. N is equal to int input. Okay. I'll be taking input from the user. After taking input from the user, now you'll have to see whether it's a factor or not. See, obviously, you can also optimize this code a little bit. Okay. How can you do optimize it or optimize the code? If your n is less than or equal to 3, obviously 1, 2, and 3 or anything else other than that, negative numbers also. So negative also, if your number is negative also, you'll have to print it as -1 only over here. You can directly print it as print -1. Okay. Else, so this is one level of optimization that you have done directly. Okay. Else what will you do? Else you'll have to find out the factors now. Okay, now how will you find out factors? How will you find out factors? You will have to use what? Just give me a clue. What will you do inside else? Guys, quick. What will you do inside else to find all the factors of the number n? What will you do?
We'll use loop now.
Yes, we'll be using loops, isn't it? So how will you use the loop here? Let's use while loop itself for our, because we first studied while loop. So while loop I'll be using. So what is my condition is until and unless. So what is my condition is I'll have to find out the factors of everything, right? So let me, before writing the loop, right, I'll explain you something which is very important. If you have a number 36, if you wait, if you have a number 36, what are the different factors of 36? Go on saying me. Other than 1 and 36 itself, what are the different factors that we have?
2, 3,
2, 3,
6,
then 4,
4, 6, 9,
4 and
12,
6, 9,
9, 12.
2
and
into how
18.
much? Yeah, 2 into 18. Then what else? 3 into how much?
12,
Sorry,
What happened?
12, 12
12.
into 12.
Yeah. Then 4 into, do we have for 4? 4 do
9,
we have?
4 into 9.
Yeah. Then we have 5. 5 is not possible.
6,
Then we have 6
6
itself.
into
6
6.
into 6, right? So 2, 3, 4, 6. Other than that, do we have anything? No. Do we have?
no,
Don't worry, we don't have, okay? See,
9.
one of the, what? 9 is already taken, right? Here.
Yes, yes.
9 is taken, 12 is taken, 18 is taken, 6 is taken. So why did I write this? I'll explain you in detail. But now I will do this, okay? Easy one I'll do, okay? In an easy way I'll do. What will I do is, I don't want 1 and I don't want 36, right? Other than whatever number comes between 1 and 36, I'll just check if it's dividing 36 or not. Because I know that after 36, whatever comes, 37, it cannot divide 36. So my range is between 1 and 36 itself, isn't it? Yes or no?
yes,
And in this 1 and 36 also, see, I have 2, I have 3. What is 36 divided by 2? It is 18, right? So up till 18 I can go, guys. Do you think 19 will be able to divide 36 or 20 will be able to divide 36 or 21 or 22? Anything will be able to divide 36? No, right? So the only possible, still I have reduced this range. Starting, what did I do? I took from 1 to 36, right? Then what did I do? I know that this number can be divided by max to max 18 only. That is half of this 18. 18 is half of 36, right? Because 18 into 2 is a 36. After that, if I take 19 into 1 also, it does not divide. Into 2 also, obviously, 19 to is a 38, right? Which is not at all possible for it to divide. If it's not divisible by 2 only, if 19 into 2 is only not giving 36, if it's giving 38, obviously we need not take 19 at all, right? So we can also only take till up till 18, isn't it, guys? So what did I do is, whatever my range was from 1 to 36, right? 1 to 36, I'll just go only up to, from 2 to 18 only I'll go now. Because 1 I need not take itself, 36 I need not see itself. So whatever is there between 2 and 18, I'll see. Whatever is dividing this in between here, over here, those are my factors. Isn't it? If there are no factors only, obviously I can print it as -1 at last. Okay, did you get why did I do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So if I have another number only, 18, if I have the number as input, n is equal to 18, once again, I will go from 1 to 18 itself. But I don't want 18, I don't want 1. So I'll be going from 2 to
2 to 9.
17, right? Yeah, 2 to 9 is right. So 18 divided by 2 is nothing but 9, right? So obviously after 9, whatever is that 10, 11, 12, it cannot divide 18 for sure. That's the reason why I'll be only going from 2 to 9. Okay, so in between 2 to 9, what are the different factors of 18? 2 is there, then we have 3 is there, then
6.
we have 6 is there, then we have, that's it, no? These are the 3 factors. Sorry, 9 is also there. 9 is also there. 2 and 9, inclusive it is, okay? Between 2 and 9, 9 is also there, right? These are the 4 factors that we have. I hope you got it. Now let's code this, okay? How will we code it? So what will I do is, so whatever number is given to me, right? While I'll just take in what? A variable I, while I is in range, or I can also do this. I is equal to, I can take it as 2 because I'll be starting from 2 itself. While I is less than or equal to what? I is less than or equal to n divided by floor division, let's do. Integer division, let us do, okay? Because n is an integer and 2 is also an integer. Division will be giving us an integer only. Now let me get into while block. Okay, while I is less than or equal to n by 2. So from where to where am I going? From 2 to n by 2 I'm going, okay? I'll be going from 2 to n by 2. So while I is less than or equal to n by 2, what should I do now? For each and every I, right? For each and every I starting from 2, I'll see if n mod of I equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, print this factor I. Okay. If n mod of I equal to 0, print it. Okay. So now let me run this entire thing. I'll give the input as 18 and give enter. So I'm getting 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. One of the reason is I have not incremented I, isn't it? So that's the reason why. Let's increment I.
I plus
I
1.
is equal to I plus 1. Yeah. Okay, let me increment I. Now let me run this. Sorry, I plus 1. Now let me run this. It's not running. Okay. Again, there is a problem in Jupyter. Guys, if you're facing problem in Jupyter, no, just go for Python online compiler. My the problem is my laptop. Okay, that's the reason why it's not getting printed. You guys may not face this. Let me just copy this code and paste it in my online compiler. So let me give input. Input is, for example, 18 now. See, what are the different, this one factors we have got. Okay. Now they had also told us another condition. What was it? If a number does not have any, what? If a number does not have any factors, then you'll have to print it as -1. If I give 3, okay, I'll be getting -1. But what if it's greater than 3 and still it does not have factors? For example, let us consider something like, give me a number which does not have factors. It's 11. Okay, 11. But I'm not getting anything. Why? Because I've not handled this case itself. Okay, so let's handle that case also. So let's do one thing. Let's set up a flag. Okay, flag, or let us set up something called as prime. Prime is equal to false, or prime is equal to true. As soon as you got something over here, something becomes divisible by I, that means your prime is no number is no longer prime. So you can set it as false directly. Okay. And then after that, after while loop, you can check if prime, if prime, I mean, if it is prime number, if it is true, if prime is true, or you can also write it like this. Directly you can write if prime, or you can also write it like this also. If prime true like this, okay? You can do this. Sorry, in Python it's true is written like this, okay? If prime, then print -1. Now let's run this. Let's give 11 as the input. See, -1 is coming. Now once again, if I give 18, what is the answer? False is not defined. Sorry, this is not false. Always remember it's capital, okay? Okay, now I'll give it as 18. You are getting all the factors. Now if you give 21, you are getting all the factors. Again, if you give 33, you are getting all the factors. Again, if you give 31, which does not have any factor, we'll get it as -1. Got it? So basically, what did you, maybe you are confused with this one now. Why did we do this flag and all? Flag is something, okay, not flag, okay. Basically, we call it as flag itself. This kind of code when we write it, it's flag itself. We are setting something to be true. And when something happens, then if it's becoming false, that means you have set something over here to be true. If it becomes false because of a condition later on, you can check it and say, based on true and false, you can print something as an output. So you're setting flag over there. So basically what did I do is, I as a user will consider every number to be prime itself. So that is the reason why I've taken prime is true. I'll consider that this n is a prime number. Okay. So it's like in your mathematics, you might have seen, right? In the beginning, you will consider, or what is that? What is that known as in mathematics? Starting, you say that it's false. You consider it to be false, true, but later on it gets contradicted and it becomes false. And that is when you check and print something. Something like that only you are doing it over here also, okay? In the beginning, you consider every number, whatever the user is inputting, right? You are taken it as prime itself. So that is the reason why prime is equal to true you have taken. Okay. After that, when you do something, right? If that particular number gets divisible by any of the number between 2 and n by 2, any of the number, if it's divisible by any, at least one number between, that means your prime is no longer true. This number is false because there is one number which is actually dividing this particular input, whatever you have given. So that's the reason why you set prime to be false. Okay, and then directly print type factors you'll be printing. Okay, so once your prime becomes false, when you come out of the loop, and then there is a checking that is done. If prime, that means if prime is still true, if true, then do this. If false, then don't do anything because I'm not given else. So it doesn't do anything if it's false. Because if it's false, that means you have already done whatever is to be done. You have already printed the factors, isn't it? You had already done the printing of factors over here itself in this part itself. So you need not do anything over here. Got it?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
confusing?
No,
Okay. What about Abhinandan? Was it confusing?
थोड़ा
Abhishek, Viresh?
No, ma'am. I understood the logic. Only the thing is that syntactically. So apart from that,
Okay.
it's fine for me.
Okay. So I hope this is clear now. Right. So basically what I did is I've taken a variable prime. I've set it to be true. Once there is something, any number that is dividing this particular number by and making it 0. When the remainder is 0, then obviously your prime is false. No more true it is. So that's the reason why you have also checked. Now, why did I write this earlier? This part. Why did I do this earlier? Now, any number, for example, 42 or 36 itself, let me consider. This is an easier number for us to understand. What is the square root of 36? 6, right?
6.
So remember one thing, guys. This number won't be, basically all the factors of this number can be obtained within 6 itself, from 2 to 6 itself. How? I'll show you. See. What are the factors from between 2 to 6 of 36? 2, right? Then you have, once again, 3.
2,
Then
3,
you
and 6.
have
4,
4. Then you have 6
6.
itself. Okay. 2 into 18 is giving you 36. 3 into 12 is giving you 36. 4 into 9 is giving you 36. 6 into 6 is giving you 36. See, all the factors are covered. There is no factor for 36 other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 8 numbers. I'll guarantee you this. Again, let's consider another example. 42, for example. What is the square root of 42? What is the square root of 42? It is almost 6.48. I'll take it as 6 itself. Okay, once again, what are the factors for 42 between 2 to 6? 2 we have, 3 we have, do we have 4?
No,
No.
ma'am.
Do we have 5? No. Do we have 6? Yes. Now see, 2 into how much? 21. 3 into how much? 14. 6 into how much? 7. Do we have any other factors other than these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us see in our code only, right? For 42, what are the different factors that we have? Let us see it in our code only because it's working fine. So for 42, what are the different factors that we have? 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, and 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have we covered it over here? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isn't it? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the factors are covered, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes.
It's covered, see. 2 is covered, 3 is covered, 6 is covered, 7 is covered, 14 is covered, as well as 21 is also covered. Let me take another number, 96, for example. No need 96. Let us take something similar, easier. 18, for example. What is the square root of 18? Almost 4, okay? Almost 4 square root. So let us see between 2 and 4, what are the different numbers that can divide 18? Between 2 and 4, what are they? 2 is there, 4 is there. After that, 3 is there. 5 do we have? Sorry, 2 and 4, right? That's it. 2, 3, and 4. 2 into 9 za. 3 into 6 za. 4 into, sorry, 4. Does 4 divide? No, right? That's it. That means only 4 factors 18 has. Let's check it in our code only. 18. What are the factors for 18? See, only 4 factors. 2, 3, 6, 9. So that means not just this. We have still another optimized code that can be written. Basically, you just need to go up till square root of the number that is given. From 2, just go up till square root of the number that is given. That's it. So what will I do? Instead of going up till n divided by 2, I'll just be doing one thing, square root. So in Python, how do you find square root? You can use power function, okay, or you can use square root function, which you get from the library called math. Right now, we have not learned what are libraries, so let's use power function. I think power also should be imported. We'll see if it works. Power of n comma 0.5 is for square root. Let us see if it runs. If it doesn't run, we'll have to import power also. Okay, it's working. So I'll give 18 as the input. Yeah, so it's working fine. Now this is your more optimized code, okay? So basically what you're doing is from 0 to, what does this mean? I'll say you. So basically what does power of n comma 0.5 mean? 0.5 is nothing but 1 by 2, right? 1 by 2 is only 0.5. So square root of n can also be written as n to the power 1 by 2. Do you guys remember maths? Square root of n can be written as n to the power of 1 by 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
Or this can also be written as n to the power 0.5, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is what we are doing. So basically using this power, right? N comma 0.5 is nothing but equal to n to the power 0.5. This is a built-in function which Python is providing us. Okay, remember this. That's it. So now what are you doing? You have created, modified your code, optimized your code. So you are going only from 2 to root of n to the power, root of this one, the number. Got it? Square root of number. So this is one of the optimized code. You can just take a screenshot of this or write down this code. Okay, got it? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Others, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then let's see what is our next question. So factors, you have got it, I guess. Now there is a question where you'll have to reverse an integer. There is something called as reverse an integer. Or, okay, print its reverse is something they are asking us. How will you do it? So basically what are they asking us is, if I as a user have given you input like 1, 2, 3, you will have to reverse it and print it as 3, 2, 1. That's it. Nothing else to be done. How will you do it is my question. And if I give you a number as 1, 2, 0, you can just print 0 to 1, or you can print 21 only. You should print 21 only. How will you do it? That is a question. Now let me explain you how we can do this. First, you have number given by. Can anyone of you say how can you do this?
Yes, ma'am. First, like we will do the modulo operation to the number and then divide the number.
Yeah. So mod with what?
Mod with 10, ma'am. It will give the last digit.
Yeah. And divide with?
Divide with 10. It will give the remaining digits.
Yes,
Remaining
right.
the number.
Yes, right. So how are we doing it is basically if you have a number 123, isn't it? So now what you should do to reverse. So what is this basically? 1 into 10 plus 2 into 10 plus 3 into 10. So this is basically can be written as 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2. When you add up all these, right, that is when you get 123, isn't it, guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. In the same way, now, if you want this last digit, no, 123. So if you want to reverse this, basically what should you do? You will have to do just this much. Plus 2 into 10 plus 1 into 10 to the power 0 to the power 1 to the power 2. That's it. This is what you'll have to do. That is when you get 321. Obviously, this is the reverse. Both are reverse. So, in order to do this, right, in order to do this, you must be able to access each and every single digit in the reverse fraction from the previous. From the end, you'll have to get each and every digit, and then you'll be able to easily multiply it with the power of 10. Okay, so what will I do is I'll make it simpler for you guys. We have 123, right? What is 123 divided by 10? What is a remainder and what is a quotient? 10 12s are 120 and the remainder is 3. You got the last digit. So when you divide it by 10, right? The remainder is 3, that is the last digit. And when you divide it by 10, your quotient is whatever is after removing the last digit, whatever is left, that is your quotient. Okay, again, you got this. So let's divide again by 10. What are you getting now? 10 ones are 10, remainder is 2. See, once again, you got the last digit. And After removing last digit, whatever is left, that one you have got. Until and unless you get into 0, you'll have to continue. Again, 1. 1 divided by 10, 10 zeros are 0. 1 is remainder. So you got 0. Now you can stop. Whatever remainder you have got, you'll have to consider it. Now what can you do? Each time you got 3, 2, 1 in the reverse fashion. So 1, 2, 3, whatever was there, you have got it in the reverse fashion, right? 3, 2, 1 you have got. So what can you do now? You can just multiply it with 10. You'll get 30. Again, you can just multiply it with 10 and add 2. You'll get 302. Sorry. Again, you can multiply. So basically what you're doing is whatever you're getting remainder, right? Whatever remainder you're getting, you will be multiplying it with 10 each time. So you'll be multiplying this with 10 to the power 0. You'll be multiplying it with 10 to the power 1. You'll be multiplying it with 10 to the power 2. So basically 3 you're multiplying it once. 3 into 10. Okay, because starting you got 3 into 10, which is nothing but 30. You're left out with 30. Isn't it? Then what do you do? Again, you'll have to multiply it with you'll add 2. You'll be adding 2 into 10, which is nothing but 320. Again, you'll be adding 1 into 10 to the power 0. Here it was 1. Here it was 2. I'll show you in the code itself directly. That is when you'll be getting it. You'll be understanding it in detail. Okay, what is happening? I think this is not working still. Yeah, it's not working. I'll go to this itself. Okay, I can remove this, right? If you have not taken screenshot, then please do take it now.
Taken.
Yeah. So I'll say you what we'll be doing over here. So each time when you were getting 3, 2, and 1, right? Each time you were getting 3, 2, and 1. So basically you will be taking something called as reverse, okay? This is what you basically do, guys. You will be taking a variable called as reverse and you'll be assigning it with 0. Viresh, can you mute yourself? Yeah. You're watching a movie, is it? Viresh, watching movie?
No, ma'am. My friend was like seeing reels beside me.
Okay. So reverse is something that you have, okay? So you will be taking something called as reverse. And then each time you're getting a remainder, right? Each time you're getting a remainder. See, first, what did you get? The remainder as 3. So reverse is 0. Reverse into 10 plus remainder. Remainder was 3 in the beginning. So what is it? 10 into 0 is basically 0 plus 3 you'll be doing. Okay, so now you have got 3 as reverse. Again, once again, when you got this 2, right, as a remainder, again, reverse into 10 plus remainder you do. Reverse is 3. Now updated reverse is 3. So 3 into 10 plus remainder is nothing but 30 plus remainder is 2. So it is nothing but 32. Again, the third time, what do you do? Reverse into 10 plus remainder. Reverse is 32 into 10 plus remainder is 1. That is when you're getting 321. That is what I wanted to explain you separately here. But in code, we do this. Okay. This is what I wanted to explain you over here separately without using a reverse variable. But it's easier to explain using a reverse variable itself. So that is why I've explained you now. Now let's see it in the code itself directly. Let's code it. First, what do you need? You need input from the user, right? N is equal to int of input. You're basically taking input from the user. Once you have taken input from the user, it will be int basically. So what will you do? What will you do? Your task is to find the reverse. If your number is already 0, if n is equal to 0 already, you can directly write 0, right? Print 0. You can do it directly. No need of doing all those huge tasks at all. Else you will get into the loop. You'll be using loop now. I'll be taking something called as reverse is equal to 0. This is a variable where my final reverse will be stored. Okay. Now I'll take something called as loop, while loop. While n is greater than 0. Or you can just give while n also. I'll say you explain you why. You can give directly n while n. Reverse is equal to reverse. So whatever we did there, reverse into 10 plus remainder. So I've not calculated remainder, right? So let me calculate remainder also. Remainder is, how are you calculating remainder? N mod of 10. Okay, reverse into 10 plus remainder. And n is equal to n divided by 10. Integer division I'm doing. Or what is the shorthand notation for this? N integer division equal to 10. Okay. After this, after doing all these, you can directly print reverse. That's it. Nothing else to be done. And then run it. So for example, if I give the input as 3, 2, 1 and enter, I'll be getting the output as 1, 2, 3. Okay. If I'm giving the input as 4, 3, 2 or 6, you'll be getting the output as 6, 3, 2, 6, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it? So basically what is happening is there is a reverse happening. So I'll explain you the this one detailed code. What is happening if you did not understand, if there is any doubt. So basically what did we do is we have taken something called as reverse, okay, which is basically 0 in the beginning. So you have n, for example, you have taken the n as 1 to 3 itself. Okay, you have taken the n as 1 to 3. First, you will see if n is equal to 0. If it's not equal to 0, then you'll come here. Will be coming. You need not even check this condition. I have just given you. If you remove that condition also, your code will work fine. I'll remove it later and show you. Now reverse. Reverse is in the beginning, it's 0. Now while 1, 2, 3, it's not yet 0. So while 1, 2, 3 works. 1 to 3, I've told you already earlier, right? Anything in Boolean, anything, any numeric is true. Only 0 is false. Any string with even a space is true. Only an empty string is false. I've told you this earlier. See, we are using it now here. That is why I told you all those basics which were being boring for us while studying, but those are useful over here. See, you can directly write now while n. You need not even write while n is not equal to 0. You need not even write while n is less than greater than 0. Directly you can write while n, because you know that only 0 means false. Rest everything means true itself when it comes to Boolean conditions. Okay, so while 1, 2, 3, rem, you're calculating something called as rem. Rem is equal to n mod of 10. So 1 to 3 mod of 10 is nothing but you're getting the last digit, 3. Now you're calculating reverse. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus rem. What is your reverse? It is 0 in the beginning. 0 into 10 plus rem is 3. So reverse is equal to 3 now. Okay, your updated reverse is 3. Then you're doing n is equal to n divided by 10. So what is n now? N is equal to n divided by 10. 1 to 3 divided by 10, you have already seen that it will be 12, right? So now your n becomes 12. Again, while 12, 12 means it's true only. So it will get into this loop. While it's 12, what will you first calculate? You are calculating remainder, right? 12 mod of 10. What is 12 mod of 10? 12 mod of 10 is equal to 2. So rem is equal to 2 now. Okay. After calculating remainder, now again you will calculate reverse. Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus rem. So what is your reverse earlier? You got reverse to be 3, right? In the earlier loop, first condition. In the first, this one iteration, you got it as 3. So you will be putting it over here. 3 into 10 plus rem. 3 into 10 is 30 plus your rem is 2. So you'll be getting 32. Okay. 32 is something that you have got. Again, you will be doing n is equal to n divided by 2. What was n? N was 12. So now what is n? 12 divided by 2. It is nothing but, sorry, not 2, 10, okay. 12 divided by 10 is nothing but 1. Now again, you will do the same thing. While 1, obviously it means true. You'll enter the loop and then you'll be calculating rem. What is remainder now? N is 1. 1 mod of 10 is nothing but 1 itself. Right? Rem is equal to 1 in the last iteration. Then reverse. Reverse is equal to, what was reverse in the previous, this one 32, right? 32 into 10 plus rem is something that you'll be doing. 320 plus 1, which is nothing but 321. Done. Next, n is equal to n mod of 2. N is 1. 1 divided by 10 is equal to 0. Now n is 0. As soon as n becomes 0, while 0, while false, you'll come out of the loop and you'll be printing the reverse. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt? Any doubt, guys?
No.
Okay.
Clear.
Yeah. Viresh, any doubt? Viresh?
Ma'am, he's watching reels.
Ah, see, Viresh is watching reels, is it? I'll ask question to Viresh only from tomorrow onwards, okay? Okay. Viresh, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
You were watching reels, is it?
No, ma'am. Beside my roommate is disturbing.
Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
Okay. You both are roommates, is it? You and Abhinandan?
No, ma'am. We are classmates, but he's somewhere else, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Abhinandan, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
He's
Okay,
topper, ma'am. He will be getting everything.
okay. Hima, did you understand? Abhishek?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. Got it.
okay. This is one of the code which will be asked in most of the interviews. Okay, simple question, but you'll have to be knowing what you're doing. How are you getting the last, this one? Last number, how are you getting the last digit? Sorry, not last number. How are you getting the last digit? And how will you get the remaining digit? It's basically all about dividing and modulus with 10. Okay, so next we'll also see how will you convert binary to decimal, decimal to binary. That question is also there. I think I've written it over here. So these are some of the questions which will be asked in most of the interviews, even in your college interviews, whatever college this one comes, right? They will ask. Factors is done, reverse integer is done. Next we had nth Fibonacci, then we have decimal to binary, binary to decimal, sum or product of numbers, then we have x to the power n, that is power, finding out power. Then we have series problem, then we have Fahrenheit problem, primes problem. So if you have understood loops, right, you will be able to easily write code for all these. Maybe this one requires some logic, but Fibonacci is something that you can write code for. If you understand what is Fibonacci, you can easily write the code. So Fibonacci is nothing but if you have 0 and 1 as your first two digit, the next few digits will be nothing but sum of all these, sum of the next these digits. So next digit you can easily find out just by adding these two. So your next digit is 1. After that, what will be your fourth digit? It is basically sum of these two. So it will be 2. So what is your next digit? It will be sum of these two. It will be 3. In the same way, this is 0th Fibonacci. This is first. This is second. This is third. So this question told you to print nth Fibonacci number. So basically your start is 0, your second number is 1. Okay, this is what your start and second number is. Next, they have told you they'll be saying you give me the third Fibonacci number. So when they ask you for third Fibonacci number, you will have to write the answer as 2. Okay, when they ask you for fourth Fibonacci number, you will have to write the answer as 3. That's it. Okay, how will you get this fourth, third and all those? You will have to be using loop to add up till this particular position and then write whatever result you have got. Okay, let's solve all the remaining questions in the next class. Okay,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
you guys can try solving the questions if it's possible. It's actually easy. Whatever is left out is easy. Okay, you can solve the questions and see. If not, I'll also show you in the next class. I'll solve all the questions in the next class because only 5 questions are left. We can do it easily in the next class only. Okay, after that in next class, we'll be learning functions. Yeah, we'll be learning functions. And then we'll be learning call stack or stack memory stack. Process memory layout we'll be learning. Then we'll be learning scope of variables. Shadowing concept we'll be learning. Default parameter concept you'll be learning. Variable arguments you'll be learning. And then inbuilt functions, all these things can also be learned. So after all these, we'll be finishing off with functions concept. Is it clear so far, whatever we have solved today's class? It's not clear, is it?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question? Your voice was breaking.
Whatever we have solved in today's class, is it clear?